All right, guys, welcome back to another movie review. We got a special one. I am not holding the camera. My girlfriend is, so I'm not distracted driving. I'm going to talk while driving and review Fantastic Four. And let's just say it was fantastic.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right, where do I begin? I like the movie a lot. I would say the strong suits, the acting was great. All the actors were really good. Pedro Pascal, even though he's a little overplayed in Hollywood right now, you can't deny he's a great actor. I think he fit Reed really well. He's got that smart, like, serious tone to him. Vanessa Kirby was great as Sue Storm. She had really cool moments in the movie, and she was just like a strong leader alongside Reed. Joseph Quinn was probably my favorite as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Powers were really cool. He just was funny. He just had charisma like Johnny Storm should have. And I feel like he had a lot to follow up with Chris Evans as Human Torch, but he put his own spin on it. And then, I don't know how to say his name. It's Ebon something for the guy that played The Thing. He was also great. He was probably my second favorite character. I just really liked his voice. I thought he fit the character really well. He just had like this, it was like a cool, calm, gentle tone in contrast of his like kind of scary exterior. I also like how they made him a bit of a like a hero in this movie, because in some of the iterations the Thing is like this ugly like thing that the he's an ugly thing, get it? he's not loved by the world, but I like that he was just as much as a hero as the other members of the Fantastic Four. And then, like I said, the powers were really cool. I wish we got to see more of them. We didn't really get to see a ton of their powers in action. I would say they focused the most on the Human Torch, and that's honestly it. Like, he had the most action scenes. Reed didn't really use his powers too much. Invisible Woman had some powers. She made things invisible, which was cool, as the name suggests. And the Thing smashed a few things, but he didn't get his moment as like as a hero. So I'd say maybe that was lacking a little bit, like action showing off their powers, but characters were really, really well written. One thing I did really love was Johnny Storm always trying to get the Thing to say his famous line, it's clobbering time. I thought that was funny.
Okay, can you do the fists?
The fists? What are the fists?
It's clobbering.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's funny. And a few other characters that they focused on. Obviously, Galactus was the big bad. I thought he was really well done. Wish we got to see more of him in action as well. And then Silver Surfer, Shala Ball, her name was. She was really cool. I like that they switched up male Silver Surfer with the female, because I think it kind of worked in the story with Johnny Storm kind of having a thing with her and being the one that figured out her language. One thing I really loved was like the time period setting. New York City was really cool. It was like this retro futuristic vibe. It was set in like the 60s, but it was like contrast. It was like retro and vintage, but it was like advanced tech in their world, which is really cool. This universe, it takes place in another universe, this Earth. So it's in the MCU, but it's not the main MCU Earth. It's Earth 828. And I thought that was cool because it kind of set it apart from the other MCU movies. I think that was a benefit and a downside to the movie a little bit, because it didn't feel like it had as much repercussions to the main MCU, which is fine, and it was very standalone, so you don't have to like watch a million other Marvel projects to get it. But I'd say on the downside of that is it like didn't really feel like it connected the last few movies. And if you haven't seen Thunderbolts, spoiler alert, the Fantastic Four ship shows up on the main MCU Earth, and they didn't connect it at all in this movie. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit of like a loose end, like frustrating, which I feel like they've done a lot in the last few Marvel movies.
It'll probably be Doctor Doom, probably.
What is that?
Probably Doctor Doom. Like that whole thing ties into.
Yes.
This one.
So at the end, another spoiler, we see Doctor Doom show up in the post-credit scene. We don't actually see his face, but we just see Franklin, Reed and Sue's son. He's holding Doctor Doom's mask. And in the comics, Doom is kind of like this like father figure to Franklin. It's kind of like a weird situation going on there. So I wonder how they're going to connect it all to the MCU, because the next big Avengers movie is Avengers Doomsday. So I'm interested to see what they do with that. I'm going to have to look it up. Doomsday can't be the next Marvel movie. Because that's next May. Do we have to wait a whole year? There's no way. I'm missing something in between. But I'm excited to see how they connect this movie, because it did have that little bit of standalone world. So we'll see. Cutting. All right, so we did some quick research. The next Marvel movie is actually Spider-Man Brand New Day, which comes out next July, so we gotta wait an entire year. And then Doomsday is until the following December. So that's a little bit of a frustrating gap between movies, but I'm not gonna knock Fantastic Four for that. It's just kind of annoying that the payoff is gonna take so long. But one other thing I was gonna mention, another character I forgot, Mole Man was hilarious. I thought that was a really funny inclusion into this movie. I'm just trying to think of random parts of this movie that I liked. The humor was really good. I liked the tone. It was very it was lighthearted, but it definitely had its serious moments. That's kind of all Marvel movies. But it stood out apart from some of the generic movies that the MCU has put out. But yeah, overall, I'd say I really like Fantastic Four. I think it's worth going to see as soon as possible. We went on half off Tuesday, so it was a little more worth it in my opinion, but I think it's worth paying full price. That's kind of how I rate these movies. Is it worth going to see in theaters? And how does it compare to other Marvel or DC or superhero movies? Because I rate superhero movies a little differently than real movies. I say that in quotations. They are real movies, but some snobs don't think they're real movies. So that being said, I would give Fantastic Four an 8 out of 10. Solid movie. What?
A 4 out of 5. That's
Oh, well, I do a 10.
But an 8 out of 10 is equivalent to a 4 out of
It
5.
is true. Wait, pause it. Anyways, Fantastic Four, 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5. Go see it. End video.